Good morning, this is Zachary from Zachary Sweeps. I seem to get lower and lower when I'm doing these videos, but I'm doing it on the left hand side. This appliance is a Stovax chimney wood burner, and basically what I'm going to be doing is sweeping it today. So I'm going to go through the whole procedure with you. So basically at the moment it's got a crack going across here, but it's fine. The customer's ordered a new glass for it, which it's there's no issues there with it whatsoever. It's when they start dropping down and there's a gap in the actual appliance, that's where there's an issue. What's happened is it's come from here on the corner here, as you can see, where the metals expand and then they go across here. So what we're going to do is we're going to sweep it for the customer, make sure it's all nice and clean and safe. So I'll put you a bit nearer so you can see a bit more of what's going on and everything. As you know, I'll be putting the hoover on now, and but I'll be able to still talk to you while I'm doing it. Got my little bit that I need. It is. I'm just going to get the hoover and everything set up. Make sure there's no dust anywhere. And as you know, we always like to make sure that everything's all nice and clean. And then what we do is stick that there. Get my sheet and put that up here. The reason why I'm going to put the sheets up first is these have a different type of baffle plate. They're very straightforward and really easy. I love Stovax appliances, they're really great. Literally just comes down, and what we'll do is you just put it like that, and you just literally slide it out like that. Comes round like that. And there you go. And that's it. I'll just move that up. Clean that off, but it's as simple as that, and then I've got access straight to the actual appliance, or should I say that to the actual pipe. I'm going to hoover that bit up there first. Obviously we want to keep clean as we're going along, and then I put that back in there. So now I've got access straight into the pipe here, so I get my faithful old 6-inch brush. This one's got a bird guard on the end of the liner, so always make sure that you have a look before you start. It's always a good idea. Make sure the condition of it as well, because you don't want to be knocking it off, and then you're going to have to go up there and put it on. So like as usual, I put the sheet just round like that. Make sure there's no areas where any of the dust can escape. And then ready we go, and as you know how I sweep them is I go up first so I can see what sort of condition they're in, and we know how dirty they are. So obviously it's always a good idea to go up slowly. You go always clockwise as well as you're pushing the brush up the chimney. Keep going. Obviously we know roughly how high it is, so, and as you know with me, I have different coloured rods, so I know when I'm nearly at the top. So we're on to the red ones now, so we just got to go a bit slower now. And we're listening out for that donking noise now, so that we know that we're underneath. Normally it's about 3 of these red ones, and then we're there. Let's see. Oh no, a bit taller. Maybe it's 4. Okay. That's it. Get in there. It's quite a cool chimney, this one. Can you hear that? A little donk. We won't go too mad on it. So that's it, it's at the top. And then what we'll do is we'll bring that back down. Got a few screws. Sometimes when they put the actual bird guard, which is also the liner hanger, which is all connected together, attaches to the chimney pot, then to the liner. Sometimes they don't use the screws that are provided, the fitters. They use their own screws, and sometimes if they're about an inch long, they can catch on the rods. And of course, where the rod connectors connect, they're metal as well, so you've got to be really, really careful when you're up there. You don't want to get your rods stuck up there. So it's a good idea to bring it down. As long as you can get through, then you know that it's all clear. And then now we can go up and down like this, and we can see that it's in lovely condition. The customer's burning a really good, well-seasoned wood, and it's in great condition. So we know there's no issues there at all. Go up and down a couple of times. As I said, I love working on these Stovaxes. They're fantastic appliances. They're probably like the Mercedes version of wood burning stoves. They're built with proper quality. It's so easy to get the parts. They hardly ever change the designs of them. I do so many of these, and they're just great to work on. Easy to get access to the liners, which is great. As you saw, that baffle plate just comes straight out. We do the same thing. We just do it in the reverse direction. Just go up and down a couple of times. As I said, the customer's been burning some great, well-seasoned wood, so you can always tell. Obviously, because I'm not covered in soot, and there's not loads of soot coming out of this little hole here, which is the only way that it can come out. And now that we're in the pipe, let's bring that down, and we undo the brush. Pop the brush into the actual appliance. What I do is I just take this off, just do it really slowly, have a look inside. I'm just going to lift this up now, the sheet. One of the best things to do is to fold it on the half. Sometimes, depending on what type of half it is, if it's a sandstone half or something porous, it's better just to wrap it up and do it outside, but this one's fine. Right, I'm just going to brush the soot off the half. As I said, some of the halves you can't brush all the stuff off like this, but this is tiles. So it's not a problem, it's very easy. If I could do about 10 of these every day, I'd say it's so easy to do. That's one thing good about Stovax appliances, they not actually just think about the heat and the heat efficiency for the customer, but they also think about them being serviced, which makes everybody's job a lot easier. As I said, you always clean at the top up here. A lot of people miss all this, but this is the area where it can get thicker and catch light, and because it's you won't be able to see it up there because of the baffle plate being in position. It's always a good idea just to make sure that you stick the brush up there. And then what I'm going to do is I've got the baffle plates in here, so it's a good idea to hoover that out now, especially after all the soot going on top of it. You can take them right out if you want to. I tend to leave them in there. I'll take it out now. Just turn it over and make sure the other side's all clean. What happens is absolutely fine. Can you see that? That's just literally where it's sitting up there, and then it's just like where it gets condensation, and then it just drips down onto the appliance. It's nice and thick and sturdy, so no problems there at all. I'm just going to put it in at an angle. Obviously it won't go in straight, and then basically you put it straight in like it is. Make sure it's on the pins. And that's it, it's on there. And then I'm just going to brush this a little bit, make sure it's all looking all fine, which it is, looking lovely. Just obviously give it another hoover. Always hoover as you're going along, even if you do it 4 or 5 times around the appliance, keeping it clean. You're going to do a clean job, and you're going to worry about making a mess and leaving any mess behind when you're doing it. So always clean as you go, and keep cleaning. That's why I always keep the hoover on. You can turn it on and off if you want to, but I always don't want to be caught out having a little bit of an avalanche or something like that. And as I said, as you know, never hoover the gasket ropes on these, because they will just come straight off. So just put your hand along there, and then that's fine. It's in fantastic condition. If I was giving out gold stars today, I would definitely be giving this customer a gold star. I'm just going to hoover the top of it. And it's got a thermometer at the top there, which I'm not sure if you can see. Let me just go up a little bit. And he's literally got it at the right height. Sorry about putting my hands in the way there. If you've got a thermometer, you want it about that distance away from the actual appliance. That's how they work much better. Anyway, I hope this is useful information for you. Have a great day from Zachary Sweeps.